So we're going to Barry and Tina's house where they live sometimes. So here we are, entering the camp, and this is the driveway, obviously. Alright, so yeah, we're entering the camp, and it's almost like, you know, kind of a little bit of a slope downward going down to the camp here. You have to back into it because, you know, it's like no real good place to turn around. So you'd have to drive in and back out, or back in and then you could drive out. But anyway, here we are. Here's, yeah, so here's the little fire pit. Okay, they can cook in a bunch of stuff on there. That's pretty handy. And here's something that we got here is this IBC tank. Okay, that gets filled up from the brook, which I'll show you later on how that's done. And this pump, it fills the water line going to here to the camper. So, and that keeps, I mean, you don't really need to run it all the time, mainly just if you want to take a shower or something. So, right now, you know, things are just kind of thrown about, but kind of still needs to be cleaned up. We've been working on the place. Then here in the back, okay, where it's been sort of graded. Obviously, it took some machinery to grade all this area back in here for the camper, because, I mean, it wasn't ready to go right away, obviously. See the rocks down here, and that where helps keep the dirt in and everything. Alright, so you don't get any landslides, I guess, down there, or your dirt does in the road. And I'll show you the inside here in a bit. So here's looking back towards the road. Okay, now I cannot forget the outhouse. That's kind of a needed item back in here. So yeah, here's some things like, you know, some wood for the fire and stuff, all back up in here. Alright, we're ready to go. And here is the outhouse. Little tiki's here, showing the way at night. Since it's day, they're not burning. So the outhouse, I'll show the outhouse because it's, you know, I think kind of important. Okay, see, it's a healthy way to do your business when you have to. So here we go. We are going down to the woods where, you know, the real Maine is. Okay, not the fake Maine, but the real Maine. So yeah, there's a 3/4 inch PVC pipe running through the woods here, all the way down to the brook. Probably a good 250 feet anyway, at least. Judging by the ruts here, it looks like there must have been a vehicle down here at some point. But yeah, this is, here we are, into the woods. We'll certainly get lost in here. You know, you gotta watch your step. And of course there are lions, tigers, and bears in here. Oh my. So, here we go. Yeah, it's not really the kind of hike that, is easy. Okay, this is a well-earned hike. You have a lot of deadfall that is in your way. You might go through here once, but that doesn't mean that you've seen it all, because sooner or later there'll be new deadfall to trip over. So then we have to go around a different direction, because you won't always be able to go through the area where you did last time. And I've seen other videos on YouTube about Maine where they say that Maine is a place in the world, you might say, that is for the rugged. And that most definitely true. Not just going by what we're doing here, walking through the woods or anything. It's just a bare fact. You have cold weather in the winter, obviously. Only the hardy will survive. So around here, you pretty much have the hardy and the Native American tribes in the area. This is kind of like late July right now. Right now in here it's probably in the 60s, maybe 70, I don't know, degrees Fahrenheit, that is. Don't know what it is Celsius, because I don't even I can't relate with Celsius readings. So here's the pump that we've been using right here to pump the water up to that IBC tank from this brook. Now this brook, the elevation, you might say, of this brook can vary from season to season. And the snow is melting, then of course the water level here is a lot higher. And then now, of course, once most of the snow is melted and gone away, then this brook kind of goes down to a trickle, so it's not as much water in there. Right. So here we have a crushed up mobile home, camper, whatever. Can't figure out what it is yet. It's quite a mess here. I don't know how or why I got put it back in here in the first place. This had been, a very difficult, thing to do. Try and get this this camper back here.
They cleaned it out.
There's a road here.
Yeah, has to be a road of some sort.
Somebody came and
you know.
it.
just to have got this back in here when they did. Yeah. Yeah, here's a road. Okay. I have to shut off the camera periodically, like now, because I don't really have enough power in my battery to show everything. So I'll turn it back on when we get to something else.